Okay, so we're going to learn how to do parade rest. The first part of parade rest is you're going to have your feet shoulder width apart. Toes, you're going to be nice and relaxed in this position. Your knees are not locked. Your head is not, your shoulders aren't tense. You're going to put your right hand over your left hand and do not rest your arms on your body. Your elbows will be a little bent, and that's how you're going to stand. It's going to be nice and relaxed. This is where you're going to stand when the drum majors are explaining something, the band directors are talking to you. So that is parade rest. All right, so we're going to move on to pistol. Pistol, your feet are going to be together in a V. I want you to take your right fist and put it in between the arches of your feet. That's how far apart your feet should be. Your heels are together. Okay, now you're going to stand tall. So I want you to stretch up as high as you can stand, and your arms are going to be at your sides. Your fingers are going to be touching the seams of your pants. Your elbows are going to be a little bit bent. You're going to stand up tall with your chest a little bit out. Your head is going to be looking 10 degrees above the horizon, and you're going to be putting 2/3 of your weight on the front half of your feet. Okay.
Do it again.
Okay. Set, you're going to be standing exactly the same, except your arms are going to come up. You're going to have a 90-degree angle with your arms. Your right hand is going to be over your left fist, and your thumbs are going to be kind of in a little X facing you. You want to be able to look right over the top of your hands, right over the top of your fingers, so you can just see over them. Your head's still looking 10 degrees above the horizon, you're still tall, and you're still leaning 2/3 of your weight on the front half of your feet. Okay, so when you're standing at set, you want to make sure you have a nice round, like you're holding a beach ball in between your hands and your face. You want it to be nice and kind of rounded, like you're imagining that there's a beach ball in your arms. We're going to go over the 5 points of alignment. The first one is going to be at your ankles. The second one's at your knees. The third one's at your hips. The fourth one's at your shoulders. And the fifth one's behind your ears. The point of the 5 points of alignment is so that you're making a straight line with all of them. You always want it to be a straight line every time you're marching. So even when your feet are apart, you still want to imagine that you have a straight line going down your body. Forwards march is the easiest to conceptualize because it's the most like walking forward. There are a few key differences though. You're going to be rolling through your steps all the time. You're going to be keeping an even head. You're going to be walking straight with no bobbing, and you're going to be doing equal space over equal time all the time. So I'm going to have Julie demonstrate the forwards march. She's going to take 8 steps and check and close. Set, 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 squeeze, set, 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 act in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, check and close. Squeeze down. All right, so that's forward march. Now we're going to see the forwards march from a side view. Set, 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 squeeze, set, 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 act in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, check and close. Squeeze down. Now we're going to go into more detail about the step off. When you were listening to the counting out loud, you noticed that both of us said act. Act is when you're going to activate all the muscles in your right leg because you're always going to step off with your left. So you're going to be putting all the weight on your right leg, but you don't want to make it noticeable. You're going to step with your left heel on the ground. It's going to be in a parallel track, which means it's going to be facing straight forward. However, you're on your right platform, and that's still at the 45-degree angle that you started in set with. So let's watch the first step. Set, 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 squeeze, set, 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 act in 1. All right, relax. So I want you to remember to step off with your left at all times. Keep that left foot in a parallel track straight forward. and your right foot is going to be at that 45-degree angle. When you're taking the first step, you want to imagine that there's a tube of toothpaste underneath your foot. So, Julie, step off and slowly roll through your step. Good job. Okay, relax. Now I want you to watch when she takes her first step, her first 2 steps, and whenever you're crossing into that next step, you want your ankles to cross on the tay of the beat. So, dut, dut, squeeze, dut, 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 act and 1 tay. See how her feet are exactly even? Now her left foot is on the ground, but her right foot is hovering. So she's in the middle of her step. Okay, stop. All right, you're gonna roll through your steps for 7 whole entire steps. Now on the 8th step, we call it the check and close. So both of her feet right now are in a parallel track. Her left foot is on its heel and her right foot is on its platform. She's gonna roll through her 7th step. She's gonna check. You're supposed to do it while I'm saying it. Do it while I'm saying it. Okay? Okay. So you're gonna roll through your 7th step. You're gonna check with your right foot at a 45-degree angle, and is when you put your heel down, and close is when you bring your left foot to your right. So let's watch it all in time. Dut, 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 dut. 7, check and close. Okay, so the things to remember when you're checking and closing are that your right foot is going to put your toe down, not your heel. You're going to put your toe down with your right foot at a 45-degree angle. On the and, you're going to put your heel down, and on the left, you're going to close with your other foot. So you're back and set just like you were at the beginning. You're still leaning forward on the front 2/3 of your feet, and you're going to be standing in the 5 points of alignment. Backwards march is a way for us to move backwards while still having our horns facing forward and projecting our sound forward. So let's watch Jason take 8 steps, check and close in the backwards march. Dut, dut, squeeze, dut, 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 act in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, check and close. Squeeze down. Now let's watch the backwards march from a side view. Set, dut, dut, squeeze, dut, 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 act in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, check and close. Squeeze down. All right, I'm going to have Jason go back to the tay of the beat where his ankles are crossing, and I want you to notice how his foot is flexed. It's not, his toe isn't pointing down, and that allows you to take straight steps with your knees not bending. So let's watch the first 2 steps again, and I want you to focus on that. Dut, dut, squeeze, dut, 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 act in 1, take 2. Good job. Okay, now we're going to... All right, so Jason is here like he's taken 7 steps. So you're going to take 7 steps with your head not bobbing, and you're going to keep your feet on both platforms. So in the 7th step, it's check and close, the same terminology as forward march. He's going to move his right foot back. He's going to check with it in that 45-degree angle. You're still on both your platforms. On the and, he's going to put his heel down, and on the close, he's going to bring his other foot in. And now he's back as set with his 5 points of alignment and leaning forward with 2/3 of his weight. All right, let's watch that that check and close again in time. Dut, 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 check and close. All right, that's it.